Hi guys, today I'm going to discuss with you how to calculate nominal GDP and real GDP. In the macroeconomics textbook, the definition that nominal GDP has is that the current prices, current market prices of all the output produced in a given year in a given country. And for the real GDP, the definition textbook gives us is that real GDP is found by multiplying base year's price with current year's quantity. So let's see using a simple 2 years example, 3 years example. So where we have 3 years worth of data, 2015, 2016, 2017, and the product is we're producing baseball caps. And in 2015, the baseball caps were selling for $10 a piece and 130 pieces produced. In 2016, the caps were selling for $15 a piece and 90 pieces were produced. And 2017, the caps were selling for $20 a piece and 80 pieces were produced domestically. Now, let's say the authority, the economic authority of that country, call it Econland, that Econland authority decided that 2015 would be the base year in terms of GDP calculation. And now let's see how those numbers will play out for 2015 for nominal GDP calculation and real GDP calculation. So for 2015, the caps were $10 a piece and 130 pieces produced. And the nominal GDP formula is the same year's price, which is $10 a piece, and same year's quantity. So the nominal GDP for 2015 of this land, call it econ land, would be $1,300, $10 times 130 pieces. Now let's see how the real GDP for 2015 will be. The real GDP calculation formula is that the base year's price, remember 2015 has been declared as base year, base year's price times same year's quantity. So again, the base year is 15, so $10 a piece, 130 pieces produced. So the real GDP is also 1,300 for the base year. So the realization here is that for the base year, nominal GDP number and real GDP number are same. Now let's see how the real GDP numbers and nominal GDP numbers would play out for other 2 years, 2016 and 2017. So for 2016, the caps were selling for $15 a piece, and that year 90 caps were produced. So nominal GDP would be 15 times 90, which is $1,350. For that year, the real GDP would be $900. How that would be $900? Recall, the real GDP formula is that the base year's price times current year's quantity. What is our base year? 2015. What is the base year's price? It was selling in the base year for $10 a piece. So we're going to use $10 times the current year 2016. That year's output is 90 pieces. So 10 times 90 is 900 would be the real GDP for 2016. So clearly, this is a decrease in real GDP from the base year. Base year real GDP was 1,300, and this year, 2016, the real GDP is 900. Now let's see how it plays out for year 2017. For 2017, caps were selling for $20 a piece, and 80 pieces were produced. So what is the nominal GDP for that year? That's $1,600. $20 times 80 pieces. What would be the real GDP for that year? It would be the base year's price, $10, times the current year's output, 80 pieces. So 10 times 80, it will be $800. So again, for this year also, the real GDP was decreased relative to the base year's real GDP. So this is how we calculate nominal GDP and real GDP. Again, the formula for nominal GDP is same year's price times same year's quantity produced. And for real GDP, we find that by multiplying base year's price with current year's GDP. And with that note, I conclude this econ nugget on nominal GDP versus real GDP. I thank you very much.